Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on the Hypixel forums. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this, guys. We have a new update. Today was supposed to be another Iron Man profile run, and I learned when I went to work today. they released they released the update, so we're gonna go over the update now. This is patch 0.25. Hello all! Today we are releasing Hypixel SkyBlock 0.25, which brings with it a brand new fishing island known as the Lotus Atoll. The atoll is home to trophy frogs, lotus sea creatures, and much more. Read on for all details. Lotus Atoll. The Lotus Atoll is a brand new fishing island that follows from the Backwater Bayou in terms of fishing progress. It can be accessed after the Bayou, provided that you've upgraded your ship enough. I don't know what that means. There's going to be some kind of quest line. I don't know. Unlocking. Situated a little farther away from the safety of the fishing outpost than the bayou, the Lotus Atoll can only be reached with the help of a ship fully kitted out with a bronze engine, hull, and helm. Anything less, and you'll find that you and your crew lining the bottom of the ocean. Not only is the sea starting to get treacherous, but even for those comfortable with the waters, the atoll is notoriously hard to find. If you want to get there, you'll need to find researcher Gilbert over in the Backwater Bayou and recruit him to your ship crew. Once you've done so, you'll be able to set sail to the Lotus Atoll. Lotus Atoll chapters. When you first arrive in the Lotus Atoll, you'll be greeted by researchers Ribery and Betty. Talking to Betty in particular will begin your journey through Lotus Atoll's chapters, with each chapter giving you a small checklist of tasks that will help familiarize yourself with the island, and that upon completion will give you rewards. There's an example of one of the things, right? The rewards 250 XP. Yeah. Trophy frogs. Trophy frogs are a key interest in the research team, and there are 12 different species of them found around the atoll, with each coming with 4 varieties: bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. Any trophy frogs you catch in the atoll can be traded to Ribery in exchange for lotuses, which will progress you through the lotus collection. There's an example of one of the treasure frogs. Exploding lily pads. One particular treasure frog, the exploding frog, is one of a number of rare critters that resides within the lily pads found scattered throughout the atoll. Once enough of these lily pads are pushed together and combined, the resulting lily pad will grow in such a comical portion that it will have nothing left to do but explode. Okay, give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you caught on the camera, but a random grocery bag flew behind my fan and was making a lot of noise. Um, Anyway, so this is them getting pushed together, I guess. Whenever lily pads explode, through this means, all players who contributed will be rewarded with loot, an exploding frog, and a number of critters and sea creatures will spawn. Speaking of sea creatures, the Lotus Atoll is also the only place where Lotus sea creatures can be caught. There are 6 exclusive sea creatures range in rarity from common all the way up to mythic and come complete with their own drops and behaviors. There's an example of one. Frog Prince. Other fishing content. As part of this update, some other fishing islands and areas of content also have gotten a little bit of love. Updated the Backwater Bayou with the latest version build, which is cool. Added fishing hotspots to the park. Reworked the Spinosaurus pet to make it better for trophy fishing. For the frogs, I guess. Added chapters to the Backwater Bayou. Okay, that means there's a new chapter system in the Backwater Bayou, and we should take a look at that on the next Friday's episode. Maybe. Added the snake eyes to Titania's, a new pet item that gives 1.1 treasure chance. Okay. Added 5 new sea creatures: Jumpin' Jack, common, spooky sea creature, Inkling, uncommon, water hotspot sea creature, Volcanic Snail, uncommon, lava hotspot sea creature, Manta, epic water hotspot sea creature, Magma Pillar, epic lava hotspot sea creature. Note, Jumpin' Jack is actually a sea creature rebranded, and the Inkling was previously the Night Squid. History, progress, etc. will carry over. This change seeks both to give these mobs more purpose and also to prevent veterans from having to grind out a new bestiary with no particular rare drops in the area of the game they've already completed. Added the Hot Spot Tonic, which can be crafted using several items obtained from the Hotspot sea creatures. Added a new Magnemizer enchantment, which deals more damage to magmatic mobs. That'll be good. There's 1 through 5 in the enchantment table, and 6 is Magma Pillar sea creature. Added Carly to the Backwater Bayou. Talk to her to see a list of every sea creature that that can be caught there. Okay. Fishing quality of life. As part of the update, we also have a large number of quality of life changes targeted towards fishing. Okay. I guess this is part of it down through here. Backwater Bayou. Added periodic rain to the Backwater Bayou. Reduced the fishing speed cap from 300 to 200 in the Backwater Bayou. Excluding hotspot sea creatures, you may now only fish up Backwater Bayou sea creatures while in the Backwater Bayou. Added the ability to place hunt traps in the Backwater Bayou. Weight is 500 alligator, 100 touches shard. Remove the ability to catch Titan with the pocket black hole. Salts can still be used. Added the ability to get alligator shards by killing alligators with the salts active. Added Luck of the C6 to Junker Joel's shop for 16 rusty coins. Increased the stats given by the overflowing trash can and added the overflowing bonus of +1 treasure while in the Backwater Bayou. Adjusted weights of each Bayou sea creature as follows, and you guys can read those if you want. Reduced the fishing speed given by the calcified reforge. Adjusted all Backwater Bayou sea creature stats and drop chance as a result of the Backwater Bayou SC exclusivity, making them more common to catch. Backwater Bayou slugs goes from 1.5 to 5 base catch chance. Added a recipe to the condensed lily pads and to the lily pad collection 10. Adjusted Bayou water orb recipe, replacing one enchanted clay block with one condensed lily pad. Events adjusted how the hotspot sea creatures and event sea creatures, shark, spooky, function. Hotspot sea creatures now have a base 15% chance to replace a regular sea creature catches. This can be increased by all these abilities. The mythic hermit crab pet's hot hazard perk. Hotspot sea creatures have an 85% chance to replace the regular sea creature inside the fishing hotspot. I do have a hermit crab. I've been trying to get him leveled up, so it's taken a while. Sharks now have a base 15% chance to replace the regular sea creature. This can be increased by, and there's the totals there. I'll let you guys read those. Spooky sea creature chance. Spooky sea creatures now have a base 15% chance to replace a sea creature. This can be increased by, and right there. And this one, all these have carnival perk. So make sure you're doing your carnivals every time it pops up from the mayor event. Adjusted the drop table, bestiaries, and stats of all hotspot and event sea creatures in accordance with the changes to catching them that are listed above. Designer note: we will be monitoring these changes closely. Our rationale behind making them was deal with the what? Making it was deal with conditional sea creatures before they become the roadblock in future fishing content, and to give players more choice and where they choose to fish during events, as opposed to trying to seek out a place when the lowest total weight in its pool, which is unintuitive. Adjusted the crafting recipes of Hotspot Water Orb, Hotspot Hook, and Hotspot Sinker. Renamed Phantom Hook to Spooky Hook. Adjusted the weights of several hotspot / event sea creatures. So there's the new weights. Increased the rarity of Scarecrow from common to uncommon. Increased the rarity of Grim Reaper from legendary to mythic. Added +40 fishing speed to mythic bat pets base stats. Okay. So they're trying to make the bat pet a fishing pet? Okay. Other revamped the sea creature guide and added several new functionalities such as wait and search. Added a lily pad minion to lily pad 1. And I do plan on placing one of those down on the island just to get the different um stages of it unlocked for me. Rename trophy fish chance to, I'm sorry, rename trophy fish chance to trophy chance. Removed luck of the C6 from the water hydra loot table. Removed rare fishing XP boost from the sea leech. Removed epic fish XP boost from the sea leech, deep sea protector, and water hydra. Added enchanted ink sacs as a 0.5% drop rate to squids. So that'd be pretty good. Adjusted the Lord Jarvis silver magma fish drop chance from 25 to 16 to 32. Why? To have more RNG, I guess? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Adjusted Thunder's silver magma fish drop from 10 to 8 to 16. Added Bobber Sculptors as 1% drop rate to mythic sea creatures. Reduced Thunder rarity from mythic to legendary. Added Squid Boots to drop rate to regular squids. That'll be good also. Adjusted how the Carrot King and I'm going to go interact with the sea creature pool. Carrot King instead of having weight now has a flat 5% chance to replace any sea creature caught when the conditions are met. I'm going to go instead has a weight of 15% chance to replace any sea creature caught when the conditions are met. But Flaga Blast, instead of having a weight, has a flat 1% chance. I'm sorry, 0.1% chance of replacing sea creatures when conditions are met. Reduce the total kills needed to max Amongo's Beastery from 4,000 to 1,000. That is all, guys. I have to use the bathroom, and I'll go over this in a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. That is all for today. Set your ship navigators to Lotus Atoll, and we will see you there. I do plan on going over Lotus Atoll on my channel for Friday. We'll try to get like the quest line to get there done, and then we'll see what the Lotus Atoll is about. I'm more interested in the chapters that's in the Backwater Bayou now, so we might take a look at that tomorrow. I do need to work on my fishing skill and my fishing gear, so yeah. So with that, guys, we're going to cut it for here. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like it. There's a share tab down below. There's links to our social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube. Post tab. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. We'll see you guys later.